Alright, guys. Hey, oops. What is up, guys? Shadow Steel here. And we're back with Railworks Sundays. It's been a while since I've done this. Mainly because the last video I recorded has been over almost a month now since I've recorded a video. And well overdue for Railworks Sundays now, because we actually have quite a bit to get behind. Today, we're traveling on Tennessee Pass, and we're going to be taking our train up the grade on Tennessee Pass with a old steamer of some, the old steamer, L131, I believe. Let's see, number on her is 3600 actually. She's the beginner, the start of the fleet. All right, let's go ahead. Set the reverser there. Alright, that'll work. Open the cylinder cocks. Bell on. Headlight on. And oops, not that way. That's set up. Get the locomotive brakes set just to make sure we're not going to roll backwards too much. Nice thumb. Come on, boy. But yeah, we're going to be traveling on Tennessee Pass for a little bit. We're going to be taking a look at this route while we take our service going. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Are the brakes released yet? Probably not. Oh, they weren't even running. I got the brakes holding for a little bit. Alright, keep her moving. There we go. Now we're moving. There we go. Get this massive behemoth moving. And that's what I call the start. Right, we're gonna stop here or we're gonna pause here for a second because I gotta get my thumbnail. Of course. Right here at the depot, I guess. Not a really good shot here, is it? Got the water column in the middle of the track. Not gonna get a clear shot of that. Well, I mean, well, hang on. That might work. We're just shoveling coal on the fire here. We're getting the stoker going here. There goes the smoke. So yeah, this was one of the new routes released by Milepost Simulations, and it's actually a pretty cool route. There we go. That's a screenshot. That's a view. Now, our speed limit is 25 miles an hour. And we've got probably a lot of... Oops, right. I forgot the pilot truck's on the... there. Oh, we don't even have a helper on the rear. This is a fairly light train here today. Alright, that should be enough coal in the fire. Reduce the reverser until we get our steam building back up. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to need some more... Yeah, we're good there. Yeah, we're definitely good with the fire. I overstuffed the firebox there. Reduce the reverser just a tad. Alright, now we're on the move. Oops, shit. Alright. So yeah, we are running Tennessee Pass. So if you don't know this route, I don't blame you. It's not been in service since the early 2000s. But this was one of the through lines for the Denver and Rio Grande for a while. The railroad operated a lot of these. This didn't really... Oh, you can open up the windows. Nice. That's good. I was really worried you wouldn't be able to open up the windows. Can you open up the roof hatch? Is there a roof hatch on this locomotive? I keep getting sidetracked here. Anyway, point being is that this route used to be narrow gauge. This used to be 3-foot narrow gauge before it was upgraded to run on standard gauge. And an interesting sub fact about the Denver and Rio Grande, or later Denver and Rio Grande Western. Yes, those are two different railroads. One merged into one actually was formed out of the other. But the original, like when they made the Denver Rio Grande Railroad, it was all 3-foot narrow gauge, but it was gauged to be standard gauge, just in case they actually got, just in case they actually were able to standard gauge the line and they got better equipment. Because one of the benefits of narrow gauge was actually you could get steeper grades out of the power you had. And the narrow gauge equipment back then was actually pretty, I would say, well, depending on where you were, the narrow gauge equipment was actually pretty decent. Now, granted, the Denver and Rio Grande was very unique in that they had a few choices for locomotives. Oh, there's the hatches. I see the hatches now. I don't think they open, though. They're on either end of the roof there. Aha! Oh, they do open! Let's see if we can keep this moving here. That's one right there. We got that one open. The other one should be right above me somewhere. There it is. I see it. Kind of hard to see in this dark fucking cab. Jesus Christ. Does these door opens? I don't think they do. I don't... Wait a minute. Is that a windshield wiper? I don't know. That's weird. I don't think that's a windshield wiper, but... Alright. This is another thing about these. Look, this is another thing. You can see on the bottom there. We're on a 1% grade here. Alright, so not too bad. And we're still burning coal like crazy. We need to put water in the fucking boiler here. So once we get her up to speed, I'm going to reduce the reverser a little bit. Let's try and maintain our speed. Oh, we're coming up to a curve. This is pretty cool. Get this image here. Ooh, that looks like it's going to be a good shot. Well, maybe not yet. I want to go into a canyon area first. Reduce there. She's taking on water. There we go. So, oh, the lights don't show very far. Well, that's interesting. That's a really cool I might actually use that as my thumbnail. That's really cool. How much water we got in the boiler right now? We don't want to be too heavy in the water department. Because we're trying to keep steam going. Whereas we don't want to basically flood the boiler too much. But yeah, the Tennessee Pass region, heart of the Rockies, but it was never really like a busy, it was a busy traffic region for the Denver and Rio Grande Western once they got through freights and everything going with their heavy freights and everything. But oddly enough, The line was shut down shortly after the Union Pacific took control of the line. When the Union Pacific took control of what was essentially, at that time, the Southern Pacific, because the Southern Pacific actually bought the Denver and Rio Grande Western. And they actually, to some extent, the Denver and Rio Grande Western was basically a part of the Southern Pacific Industries. Oh, that's a really cool shot. Oh, I love this one. This is really cool. I gotta stop here and actually get a good screenshot of that. That's a really cool shot. A little close, a little much. There we go. I wasn't doing my job though. That's for damn sure. Okay, we're slowing down again. Trying to maintain our speed here. There we go. How much coal did I shovel in there? 80%. The fact that the fire is not turning gray all that much means that I kind of overdid it with the coal. Steam generation seems to be dropping, but I'm not blowing my safeties. That's not good, but what's our grade here? Still a 1%. Not doing too bad. We got another signal coming up here. What do we got? I got to clear. But yeah, the line was shut down by the Union Pacific in the early part of the 2000s. Keep in mind that Union Pacific bought the Southern Pacific in 1996, at least according to the Heritage Inn. I don't know the exact date. But the Southern Pacific, and by extension the Denver and Rio Grande Western, were basically bought out by the Union Pacific. And when they got a hold of the Southern Pacific, and by extension the Denver and Rio Grande Western, there were a lot of basically extra rail lines that they didn't really need anymore. Because essentially, the Southern Pacific and the Denver and Rio Grande Western kind of served a lot of the same areas. In fact, most of the time they were actually they were in direct competition with one another for the most part. We're kind of picking up speed here. I kind of like that we're getting up to speed here finally. It's nice. We'll keep an eye on our water level though. We're at 78%. I don't want to be dropping steam pressure too much. I'll make sure we're maintaining boiler pressure. The smoke, I don't know if this is intended to look like this, or if I just shoved so much coal in the fire that it... yeah, that's intended. Because I just looked at my coal level. I'm at 45% on the coal level. No wonder we're dropping our fire. No wonder we're losing boiler pressure. Like, we're losing boiler pressure because I can't maintain the fucking fire. Well, this is kind of a cool shot. But yeah, the Tennessee Pass was kind of more of a through line. It didn't really have much in the way of local traffic. It had services from all intents and purposes, and I think I'm just running out of... I think I just completely fucked myself over. Yeah, we're at 72% of the water, but I don't want to waste that much. There we go. Getting the blower on should help. Get us some boiler pressure back. What's our grade? 1.5 by the looks of it. Yeah, it's almost 1.5 up here. So, kind of expected for this kind of service, so don't worry about it too much. But yeah, these things, this route was kind of not meant for locals. Like, it kind of, well, granted it did have, again, like it had services that went through here. But they were nothing compared to what they needed to be. And that was kind of the thing. The railroad, they had a different route that they could use. They had the... Now that we're blowing our safety, I'm going to put some water in the boiler so we can actually drop that. They had different routes. The Moffat Tunnel, which was also a Denver and Rio Grande route, was just further to the north and had a much less steep grade. I mean, you have to keep in mind that parts of Tennessee Pass was 3% at times, 3 to 4%. And that was not really maintainable with the equipment, even in modern days. Like, you had to have like a ton of diesels on a train just to a heavy train to get it up the grade, even back then. So, effectively, the Union Pacific just shut down the line for a little, basically mothballed the line. There is still tracks and signals there. They're just in such bad shape. It's kind of like Saluda Grade. Kind of another route that's available on Trains in Classic, which I might do a video on. But, interestingly enough, this is where things get very interesting, is that like I said, Tennessee Pass is one of those railroads that Tennessee Pass is one of those areas where the route itself, while beautiful in areas, it was just not a decent route to go through with freight, and that was the majority of traffic by this point. California Zephyr was operating services in and out of the Tennessee Pass area, but they were later rerouted through Moffat Tunnel, which was another famous route. Like, they weren't too bothered by it. I'm not increasing my coal level, I'm just simply just draining shit. Well, the water's at almost 8, yeah, the water's at 80%, so that's good. My boiler level, my fire, the boiler pressure is not doing too bad either. And we're doing clearly fine. What's our next area? We are 8 miles out from our next location. And from here, okay. So I now understand why this is a 55 minutes in air. Alright, that's not too bad. About 20 miles. Okay. Not too bad. If we maintain our speed about 20 miles, we'll probably be there in about an hour. So that should not be a problem. So that's enough water in there. We'll do that. Oh, the boiler just dropped like a stone. What the fuck happened? Interesting. There you go. We'll reduce the throttle here and trying to get our boiler, our coal level up. We might have to stop at the siding here to kind of wait to kind of get things powered back up here. Because I just drained all the fucking coal I had. The fire mass is like dropping like a stone, and I can't get speed up here. So how far do we got to go? 7 miles? Okay. Not great. We didn't do a great start here, but that's fine. This is one of those regions where, like, you'd think it'd look nice during the fall, but oh. Okay, we're back at 50%. Took us long enough to get up there. I'll go ahead and shut off the blower. That's it. But yeah, we're gonna try and get our coal back up to where it needs to be. Without drastically dropping our boiler level. Jesus Christ! Oh, I see now. The water level is now back down to 70? Well, that answers my question. Yeah, it's about 70. So, the water level's kind of hindering us a little bit. There we go. We're getting back up to speed here. And we are at a 0.6%. So we gotta really maintain what we're doing. I mean, mountain railroading is hard. I didn't expect it to be this hard. Got another signal. We got 2 signals up ahead. That's weird. Button blower. What is the signal about here? We got 1 signal here, which is the one where Pat. Oh! What the fuck? Why'd they put a signal there? They got 2 signals, one right after the other here. Oh, the other one's not visible. It's like further back in the train by the looks of it. And I didn't see one back here when I passed it. Yeah, the caboose is about... Oh, no, this is... Let's follow the caboose because I want to see where this signal was. I'm halfway across it. 85 now. 86. I want to keep an eye. What the fuck? Oh, right. 5 is patch review. Caboose. Wait. Oh, that was our signal. Is it like on the switch? Is that what's going on? Whoops. Oh, well, that's interesting. So I guess that's like a meeting point signal or something? Oh, it's a manual switch. That's interesting. Okay, that's enough water in the fucking boiler. Jesus Christ. I just noticed the water being at 92%. We're doing okay with our speed, which is good. Gotta maintain it, though. By the way, Tennessee Pass was basically a through freight line. There was not really, as you can see, there's not much in the way of local industries. And I just noticed how low my tender is. Jesus Christ! Give it a bit more in the throttle department. Yeah, this is a slugfish here. I'm not even close to getting up to speed here at 40 miles an hour. I guess if you're going down the hill, you'd be fine going to 40, but one upgrade, yeah, you're not going anywhere. Is that a milepost? Yeah, it's a milepost. Get her up. There we go. So, and like I said, these things had, like now the Denver and Rio Grande had to absolutely have massive motive power for this railroad, this line in particular. This, like I said, this grade was steep as all hell. I mean, you can see on the map there, like we range from 1.5% to like a decent like a decent 1%, but like it ranges all over the place. And with how heavy these freights were, even back then, like this train is pretty heavy for this locomotive. So it's not like it's a walk in the park. Trying to make sure I keep an eye on my boiler water level here. Do these water glasses even work? Oh, they do. They do. They do. Okay, that's not too bad. Actually, it is bad. We're at 60%. Alright. We're coming over to a bridge. I didn't see this bridge before. This is pretty cool. I like this. Nice little truss bridge. I'll reduce the reg here. Want to try... Okay. I mean, we're blasting through this railroad at this point. I want to make sure. Okay, now we're slowing down. So reduce the reverser here, rather than actually Never mind. Who's that? Okay. What we're trying to do here is maintain our speed without dropping like a stone. And it looks like we're going to hit another flat spot, so we're going to be fine here. Oh, I just noticed the sun is kind of... The lighting's kind of different here. Too bad. Not a bad route, honestly, I got to admit. I love it. I really do enjoy this route. I'm glad that the windows and everything here moves, so that's good. Give it a full wreck here. Coming up to another signal here. Where the fuck are we? Oh, there we are. No, that's another service waiting for us. So we're way down here. We're kind of running back. There we go. Right about there should do it. We're going to maintain our throttle here. We're at 57% here in terms of our water. We're going to drop. Again, we're like 1.2%, and we're trying to get speed up here. I'm trying to rebuild my boiler pressure because I tanked it just a moment ago. I can't tell if we're at 50 or 60, but it looks like we're at 50. I don't want to go too below the water level because that's going to cause trouble. Let's see. Coming up to a signal here. A clear block ahead. Yeah, we need to put water in the boiler. I don't care about the boiler pressure at this point. We need water. I have the blower on the entire time. This is insane. Man, we are thirsty. We are a thirsty locomotive here. But then again, these massive behemoths were always thirsty. They were working. That's another thing about this route. Because of just where the mount, like how heavy these trains were, and how much they had to work them. Like this was not out of the question. Where these locomotives were just massive, like they were just dragging and just sucking up water like crazy. So we're maintaining about pretty decent speed here. Looks like most of the train. Okay, we're on a 1.4%. So nearly a 1.5% upgrade up here. And we're nearly on the siding here. How's our water level here? I want to try and maintain it like somewhere about here without drastically dropping our water level. Okay. Alright, we've cleared the switch. We're at, where are we here? I can't see a damn thing in this cab aside from the water glasses. That's a good visual representation of where the water is, though, on the boiler, so... That's not too bad. That's always gonna that's always gonna annoy me there. The fact that you have, like, when you press the one key, it always directs you, or the two key, it always just sends you right onto the pilot truck, which again, you have to move back just one just to get it up to the cab. So, all right, we're slowly rebuilding our fire mass. This firebox is huge. These locomotives were pretty impressive, though. Now, the interesting thing about the Denver and Rio Grande Western is that their locomotive classification was based off tractive effort and the locomotive wheel arrangement. So the L, I believe, I don't know what the exact information was with the L, but I know, for example, the M series was mountains. So the M67 meant mountain, 67,000 pounds of tractive effort. So the 131 here has 131,000 pounds of tractive effort. Pretty impressive. However, when you put in perspective of how heavy these trains, like how many trains were needed to pull essentially a 40-car train up the grade, it was not ideal. You still needed a massive fleet of these things to actually get anything done. And that's kind of that was the other thing. We're getting our boiler water level back up. I want to try and get up to the top of the glass there, or at least close to it, to kind of maintain us. 76. All right. Not too bad. I do like the fact that the cab windows do show that they're open on the side there. And we're kind of, like I said, we're maintaining our speed. Our boiler level's kind of meh. I don't like the fact that we're that low in the boiler water level, but we're not blowing our safe. We don't need to blow our safeties every time. It's one of those things where like you don't want to overdo it with like how much water, steam pressure you're dealing with. You want to get the fire just right, and you want to get your water level just right, so you don't blow the safeties every time. So, what milepost are we at here? Almost 250. Right, we're almost at milepost 250. So, we gotta meet at milepost 250, eh? Okay. There might be an interesting shot here. Alright. Where are we in terms of the view? Here's milepost 250. Our speed's doing okay. Water level's at 85%. Coal is at 56. Not doing too bad. So let's see here. We're still at... Oh, we're slowing down. Give it a bit more of an oomph. You really hear it struggling up the hill here. Yeah, she's starting to struggle. That's enough water in there. Oh, now you can see the smoke is kind of clearing up a little bit. It's starting to gray out a bit. This is pretty cool. Yeah, this is going to be a good shot. The headlight's not very visible. It's weird. There we go. Panning shot there. Got to do that. And a Katie car. Oh, that's interesting. Got a couple stock cars in the mix. Picking up speed, I can hear it. Some flat wheels. good old flat spots. Western Pacific. Ah, there's a Mopac. I was wondering if there was going to be a Mopac in the set. Flat wheel. God, that is something else. Like I said, like these trains were pretty significant. Like the grade and everything, like you really, really needed to like really maintain and focus on the train as much as you could. Alright, what's our water? Okay. And we've dropped like a stone again. There we go. No, we were actually pretty decent with the water level. I just want... Oh, there's a crossing up ahead. Didn't even see this before. Alright, let's go get a shot here. Kind of at 60% water level, so... That was abrupt. Flat car. Kind of a nice mix of equipment here, honestly, I gotta admit. I was expecting a fully loaded train, but it's not too bad. I also love the mix of wooden and steel constructed cars, so that's a nice little mix, a nice little touch. I'm gonna open up the cylinder cocks just to make sure that I don't bleed water into the cylinder, like don't compress water. And probably should turn up the bell. Which oh, Jesus! I didn't even realize I was told. You can hear it from that back there. That's funny. I'm gonna have to redo that shot. But oh well. Okay, we're not too bad off here, water-wise. Another clear signal, that's good. And our speed is maintaining quite nicely. That's good. And the coal is still kind of heavy, but considering I fucked up this run, because I was not maintaining my coal firing level. I was not maintaining my fire, so I kind of fell back on it. Oh, this is a really nice this is an interesting area. What's up here? Oh, I think I know where this area is. Hang on. Let's see. Maybe not. There's like an area where there's an overpass and you can get a good shot of like an S-curve or something. I think this might be it here. No, this is a sighting that we're waiting for another train. That's a reefer train. That's the other train that's waiting for us. We are late. Oh, here's a good crossing. Yeah, this looks nice. This is gonna be fun right here. Right there. That'll do. Yeah. Maintain a fire, maintain everything. Yeah, fire truck, ambulance, everything. 90? Alright, there we go. Where are we? Okay, there's the other train. here we are. I'm assuming... But considering I see smoke off in the distance, I think. Is it? Is that what it is? Hold on. Let's see them. I see freight cars. So yeah, we're on the way. Keep that boiler water maintained. I'll drop it a little bit. There you go. Still on a 1.2% grade, so we're going to need to maintain our boiler and everything. So... God, it's hard to spot where... Oh, there he is. Water's okay. Picking up speed, though. Baby,